From the moment it leaves the cliff, the sky immediately changes hands. Its wingspan cuts the wind like a blade, its muscles pull the air into a clean flight line, and its eyes lock onto a target from a distance that feels impossible. A short dive turns height into a decisive advantage, and when its talons close, any mistimed move below is instantly over. On this stage, who truly deserves to rule the sky? Under the scorching sun of the African savanna, Thomson's gazelles appear like streaks of speed in motion. With an average weight of about 77 pounds, their compact build and explosive reflexes let them reach nearly 50 miles per hour in just a few strides. Their survival does not rely on individual strength, but on tight formation discipline and constant vigilance. The tragedy begins when a young one, weighing about 9 pounds, drifts away from the herd. From above, a martial eagle closes the distance with a short dive that is cold, direct, and decisive. Too small to keep safe spacing, the calf is stopped in an instant, as if the chase ends before it even takes shape. In another moment, the mother Thomson's gazelle turns to face the threat. Her short horns dip low, then drive upward with fierce determination to reclaim her young. But the giant of Africa's skies does not release easily. It pins the calf down, shifts its body to hold position, and drives pressure forward with powerful wing beats, forcing the defender to give ground. And when a narrow opening appears, the calf is lifted from the earth and carried to a high branch, where the rules of the savanna no longer apply. Along the sheer rock faces of the Caucasus Mountains, adult ibex, weighing up to 260 pounds, move across ledges barely 3 inches wide. At elevations thousands of feet above the ground, thin air and gusting winds turn every step into a test. Specialized hooves, with hard rims gripping stone and soft pads clinging to the cold surface, allow them to trace sparse grasses and mineral salts, rare lifelines in a vertical world. But even in places that seem unreachable, safety lasts only for a moment. From the cloud layer above, a golden eagle with a wingspan exceeding 7 feet silently fixes its gaze on the mountainside. Under normal conditions, the ruler of the sky targets only young animals weighing around 15 pounds to limit risk. Then winter seals off food sources, forcing familiar rules to shift. In rare situations, 2 adults coordinate a paired hunt. The target is a young ibex weighing nearly 60 pounds, far beyond the limit of a single close approach. The female eagle presses the angle, guiding the ibex backward along a ledge as thin as a thread. At the same time, the male dives from above, approaching speeds near 200 miles per hour, compressing space and breaking an already fragile balance. The decisive factor is not muscle strength, but how gravity itself is used. When footing disappears, the terrain completes the task. The pair withdraws from the cliff, carrying food back to the nest. On the rock wall, fate favors those who can turn weight and the void into advantage. Under the harsh desert sun, a lizard nearly dissolves into a landscape of broken stone. Rough scales and muted tones let it vanish into cracks, misleading most ground-level threats. Down low, it is a master of camouflage. From above, an eagle circles with patience, scanning the terrain like a maze of signals. Its eyes, sharp as precision glass, are said to be about 8 times stronger than human vision, catching even the smallest movement. The moment the lizard exposes itself while pausing, the eagle folds its wings and turns its body into a calculated falling arc. The rising speed is not for show, but to lock the timing. The close approach happens in an instant. Talons nearly 2 inches long clamp down and cut off every escape route. If the prey still struggles, the pointed beak steps in at once to maintain control. Everything ends cleanly, without dragging on. Beneath the dense forest canopy lies the domain of monkeys weighing over 10 pounds, fleeting shadows that appear and vanish between layers of leaves. Living high above the ground in groups, they build a tight surveillance network, moving while watching, rarely leaving a dangerous gap exposed. Yet even within this maze, there is a predator born to slip through. The crowned eagle and the harpy eagle, masters of forest hunting, possess short, broad wings and a long, rudder-like tail, allowing them to maneuver through thick canopy with exceptional agility. Their strategy relies on ambush and patience, remaining motionless at a high perch, tracking a monkey troop until its rhythm of alertness slips, even for a few seconds. From above, the eagle glides in almost without sound, using the group's blind spots to close in. At the moment of contact, powerful legs and large talons secure control, and the eagle immediately pulls the target away from the high-risk zone of counter-reaction. If the target proves heavier than expected and cannot be lifted at once, the eagle often conserves energy, maintaining its hold and dragging it to a safer location, storing it and returning at a more favorable time. Within the order of the forest, only a few rare moments like these are enough to keep the rhythm of balance from ever slowing. An eagle's diet becomes most demanding when the target is a snake, because here, a single mistimed moment carries an immediate cost. A puff adder can remain motionless like a hidden trap on dry leaf litter, with venom that tends to cause severe swelling, pain, and tissue damage. Cobras and mambas are different, with neurotoxins that affect the nervous system and turn every bit of distance into a fragile boundary. This is not a long chase, but a contest of approach angle, reflex, and discipline. The opponents best suited for snakes are specialists such as the brown snake eagle and the crested serpent eagle, known for diets centered on snakes. They succeed not through recklessness, but through optimized anatomy and hunting habits. Legs covered in thick, armor-like scales, compact and precise strikes, and a fixed rule that never changes. Secure control from a safer position first, then tighten only after stability is achieved. In semi-desert regions or along rocky coastlines, the eagle does not rush. It circles high, waiting for the snake to reveal its rhythm when it moves onto warm stone or rises near the water's surface. When the opening appears, the talons clamp the critical point, and a gripping force of about 400 pounds per square inch shuts down any sudden reaction before the snake can turn. Hunting snakes is not a display of strength, but a test of patience, clean entry angles, and absolute discipline. Across lakes and coastal shallows, fish are a vital link that sustains eagles. With hundreds of fish species hidden beneath the surface, the water turns into a mirror that can mislead the eye with thin, shifting ripples. For an eagle, the water is not a barrier, but a math problem of angles that demands a precise answer. From above, it circles, constantly adjusting to cancel out the refractive illusion. When a fish rises close to the surface, the hunt ignites. The eagle tucks its wings, borrows gravity in a fast drop, and turns height into a decisive strike. Contact happens in an instant. Without lingering, a powerful wing beat lifts the eagle and its catch back into the air, returning the lake to a calm that looks as if nothing happened. Across the arid savanna, a small animal forces both predators and prey to remain cautious. The honey badger does not dominate through size, but through calculated boldness and decisive action. It enters confrontations where others are compelled to retreat, facing threats ranging from venom to far larger opponents. Each hunt becomes a survival gamble, where a moment of delay carries real consequences. Within that narrow margin, the honey badger stands as a living symbol of unyielding strength. The honey badger is a symbol of resilience that pushes beyond physical limits. With an average weight of about 30 pounds, its body is designed for endurance rather than displays of raw strength. Its thick, loose skin allows it to move flexibly, turning disadvantages into openings to escape or regain control. A keen sense of smell, powerful claws, and unwavering determination enable the honey badger to never wait for opportunity, but instead actively seek it out. Within a harsh ecological cycle, the honey badger emerges as a reminder that adaptability is the most enduring form of strength. The honey badger's diet is rarely an easy path. Across arid landscapes, its survival journey often begins with the leopard tortoise, a slow-moving animal carrying a shell as solid as a mobile fortress. Rather than wasting energy against a nearly impenetrable barrier, the honey badger relies on patience. Claws measuring over 2 inches long are used as strategic tools, flipping the prey onto its back and forcing a flawless defensive structure to reveal its weaknesses. Step by step, it persistently works at the most vulnerable areas of the tortoise's body, until determination and strong jaws turn a hardened shield into an accessible source of nourishment. Leaving the dry mounds behind, the honey badger moves toward marshlands, territory associated with crocodiles, creatures known for bite force reaching up to 3,700 pounds, and a reputation that keeps many species at a distance. For the honey badger, however, danger is not an obstacle, but a condition for testing limits. It avoids direct confrontation and instead focuses on moments of inattention. Younger crocodiles that remain exposed, or adults resting along grassy banks. By positioning itself along the flank, within a natural blind spot, the honey badger waits for a loss of balance before applying control to the less protected neck area. The encounter concludes when the prize is drawn into dense vegetation, a reflection of the intelligence and boldness of a small animal that knows how to exploit rare openings within the world of larger species. Hyenas are seasoned opportunists of the vast African savanna. They rarely act alone. Their true strength lies in numbers. A clan of more than 10 individuals can coordinate tightly, applying constant pressure to disrupt an opponent and gradually drain its stamina. This strategy has forced many larger animals to retreat. This time, their focus turns to the honey badger. As the circle begins to close, the honey badger does not search for an escape. It shifts into active defense, ready to surge toward any individual that comes too close. Short, sudden advances aimed at sensitive areas prevent the hyenas from maintaining a safe distance. Sharp vocal signals and unpredictable movement repeatedly disrupt coordination, the group's greatest advantage. After nearly an hour of sustained tension, hesitation sets in. Individual hyenas slow, the formation loosens, and eventually, the clan withdraws on its own, allowing the honey badger to continue its solitary journey. On the savannah, strength is not measured by numbers alone. Sometimes determination and decisive action are enough to force an entire group to reconsider the cost of engagement. The leopard is a master of patience and camouflage. With a heavier build than the honey badger and agile climbing ability, it often observes from low tree branches or sun-dappled grass, waiting for the right moment to approach. However, when the target is a honey badger, familiar calculations become less certain. One leopard notices a honey badger moving more slowly than usual and begins to test reactions, repeatedly shifting angles to search for an opening. The honey badger shows no sign of panic. It keeps its body close to the ground, constantly turning to face the threat, minimizing exposed angles. Flexibility and quick reflexes make it difficult for the leopard to maintain close pressure long enough to gain a clear advantage. The encounter stretches on in a state of tension, with both animals remaining cautious. Across the open African savanna, the lion patrols its territory as a ritual deeply embedded in instinct. Weighing over 400 pounds, each step carries the confidence of a predator at the top of the food chain. A subtle movement beneath the low grass quickly enters its field of view. A honey badger. Small, solitary, and seemingly outside the familiar order of this land. The lion moves closer, not rushed, not explosive, just a cautious advance meant to assess. When pressed into open ground, the honey badger does not choose to flee. It turns to face the approach, raises its fur, and releases sharp, deliberate sounds, a clear signal that boundaries have been drawn. The pursuit lasts longer than expected. The honey badger constantly changes direction, stays low to the ground, and denies its opponent a favorable angle. With each turn, the balance of advantage gradually shifts. Time passes, energy is spent, and the predator's patience begins to wear thin. For the lion, this is no longer an efficient target. Too small, too stubborn, and too demanding for a territorial ruler. In addition, The honey badger possesses anal glands capable of releasing a powerful odor, strong enough to overwhelm the lion's highly sensitive sense of smell. The scent turns the encounter into a prolonged discomfort, a cost not worth paying. On the savannah, not every encounter ends in victory for the strongest. Sometimes resilience and timely calculation are what truly reshape the balance of nature. Beneath dense undergrowth, snakes nearly blend into the landscape, both silent ambushers and masters of defense. Highly venomous species such as cobras or vipers possess extremely fast reflexes. In roughly 0.3 seconds, a defensive strike can extend 6 to 8 feet, enough to turn a minor mistake into a serious cost. But when the honey badger appears, the familiar balance begins to shift. Once detected, snakes often attempt to climb trees to create distance. The honey badger follows immediately, not in haste, but by pressuring the opponent back to the ground. It maintains close range, patiently waiting for a lapse in defense, then delivers a decisive move, fast, controlled, and precise. During this process, the honey badger may be exposed to venom. However, its body shows remarkable adaptation. Neural responses slow only temporarily, like a brief pause within the rhythm of the hunt. Once recovered, it resumes and completes the pursuit, demonstrating a level of resilience rarely seen among predators. Facing a python presents a different challenge, where strength and sustained struggle determine the outcome. Constricting coils turn the python into a living trap, yet loose skin allows the honey badger to maneuver even when at a disadvantage. It takes only a brief moment of distraction, when a jackal passes by, for it to break free, create distance, and gradually weaken the python. This is not simply a meal, but proof of the intelligence and calculated risk-taking of a small animal that knows how to use fragile openings to survive within the unforgiving rules of nature. In a rare encounter, the honey badger faces the southern African oryx, an antelope equipped with straight, blade-like horns, measuring nearly 4 feet long. When the oryx lowers its head in warning, the honey badger does not retreat immediately. It advances slowly, maintains a safe distance, observes reactions, and searches for gaps in the opponent's field of vision. The objective is not dominance, but psychological pressure, keeping the opponent in a constant state of alert. That determination becomes even more evident when the honey badger encounters an African elephant, an animal weighing over 10,000 pounds. It avoids direct confrontation, instead moving along the perimeter, creating just enough disturbance to demand the giant's attention. Even when knocked aside, skin roughly 0.25 inches thick and a flexible body allow the honey badger to recover quickly and continue tracking. The message is unmistakable. In nature, size does not always decide the outcome. At times, persistence, resilience, and the ability to recover are enough to make even the largest animals reconsider and keep their distance. The journey still stretches ahead, and the eagle remains the one that commands the sky. Each glide is a cold calculation, reading the water, turning with the wind, and seizing the opening. That power is not only for hunting, but for sustaining life and keeping nature in balance. Do not forget to like and subscribe to keep following these survival struggles at the boundary between cloud and ground. Ahead lies the sky, and the lesson of adaptation continues to call.